All right, and it looks like we are ready for Super Win the Game with GamerDomey, so let's throw it over to him.
Awesome, cool. Well, this is Super Win the Game. It's an indie 2D platformer on Steam. And just a couple things before we get started. You'll see this is an any percent current patch category. The reason for this is there was a out of bounds in any percent, but it got patched out by the dev. So now there's different strategies and stuff, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll go and get on into it. So it's gonna be in 3, 2, 1, go. Awesome. So you'll see us, we just spam the text boxes away, and we go left there. That's actually a tutorial zone. We can totally skip it just by going left instead of right. And then what we need to go first is just the ice cavern. This is because we need the double jump ability in the game for getting stuff later on.
So these levels are the transition. Each cycle is based on the screen transition instead of a global timer.
Yeah, and that's really important because all the enemies and like the spikes and stuff there is all transition based. So we can really get on some good cycles to like dodge the little bat and stuff there.
Shoutouts to the overworld here. It's a puzzle, and by puzzle I mean it's just really annoying. It's just obstructing your view. Good game design. I like it.
And you'll notice we're jumping on ice here. Normally jumping and walking are the same speed, but for ice, because you go so slow on it, jumping's way faster. So it saves a bunch of time to jump on ice here. So you see there's a bell there. Bells are save points in this game. Once you hit one, it instantly saves. So that's really important for an upcoming trick. It also saves your position, so if you hit the bell from the left side, you'll be saved to the left side.
That is very important for a trick that's going to be coming up very shortly.
Okay, so we're coming on with a trick here. This is going to be out of bounds. Basically what we want to do is hit the bell on the very right side and hold right, because it keeps the angle you hold. And then we'll just go out of bounds there. And we just skipped a whole bunch of the section there. And we're going to do another out of bounds here.
So the bricks out here are solid, so you're able to maneuver on.
So we just pretty much skipped all the ice dungeon there. So now we got the double jump ability, which is really nice. We need that to unlock some other abilities in the game. So now we're going to part of a little hub world here. And the reason for this is because it's like the fastest way to travel around in the game. So a little bitty trick here. There's a door on the upper right of the door. So we can just hop into that even though it's invisible. And then just go through. The funny thing about that is it's a one-way door. So normally you can only go through it from one side. And if you use that trick, you still can only go through it from one side because the door doesn't actually open.
So coming up here is he's going to want to avoid every bell after this bell because he wants to do a death warp really far into the next area. So.
And this would be a good time for a donation.
Sure thing. We actually have $128 from Jonathan Pittman of Minor Key Games. Hi, Super Win the Game dev here. Thrilled to see one of our games at a GDQ for the first time. Best of luck to GamerDomey. Please put this towards Runner's Choice.
Thanks. And the dev has been really supportive, so shout out to him.
So Domey actually just missed the bell skip there, so the death warp won't be as effective.
Yeah, there's still going to be a death warp here, as long as I can dodge the other ones fine. And that's a pretty precise jump right there, but I got that first try. It was nice.
Here he collects an ability that lets him wall jump, which is really important.
Okay, nice. I didn't die. Okay, so now we're opening this door, and this door is going to go to the hub world again. We'll need to get that later or something, so that's nice. Okay, we got that death warp. That's nice. So what we're going to do, because we accidentally hit that bell, is we're just going to go back and hit another bell. And the reason for this is it only takes about 5 seconds extra to hit this bell, and then it'll save about 30 or so. So we'll just hit that bell. So again, this is going to be a pretty big death warp right here, which saves like a bunch of time just movement overworld-wise.
So coming up is the desert world, and he's actually only going to come here for a very short amount of time, because all he needs is one ability in that secret area. So out in the middle of nowhere is this little area of platforming action. hardcore.
Yeah, it's like a little hidden secret the dev put in the game. So normally you're just trying to find it that way. Cool. So we just did a little glitch there to glitch off the platform and jump. And we got the death warp. Nice.
Yeah, the glitch is if you slide up a wall into air, you're able to wall jump in air for a short amount of time. So you're able to effectively do a triple jump.
Okay, so now we're on our way to get the Arcadian mask. And basically what this does is it does two things. One, it turns some invisible platforms into visible ones. And then two, after you activate it, which we'll do later, that also makes you able to open up mask doors with masks on it. And then that's needed because the final door in the game is actually a mask door. And so there's no way to beat it if you don't have that. So another one of those little side glitchy jumps here. And we're just going to go up here.
Yeah, this doesn't actually save that much time, but it looks a lot cooler, so you know. Swag.
Yeah. This will be a good time for another donation if you got any.
Sure thing. We have $30 from Framzo. Hey, Domey, your boys Framzo and Angraval here, wishing you good luck on your run. Hope you get to show off the swag strats. Thanks to the whole GDQ staff for their amazing work. Money goes to Runner's Choice.
Yo, thanks, Framzo. Shout out to Angerville and Framzo. They're my boys. And Angerville actually helped a lot with the end game out of bounds trick, which I'll show later on. So you see, we're trying to pull up another death warp here, just dodging bells and stuff.
Yeah, he's going to jump on invisible platforms here. Usually you need a mask to see him, but you don't actually need the mask to jump on him, so. And he's actually going to be collecting the mask right here.
Nice, we got that, okay. That's pretty good.
Clap, clap.
Okay, so now we got the mask, which is really important. We're just going to death warp there. And then go down here. And now we're heading back to the hub world. What we need to do now is talk to the guy in the sky, and he's going to activate the mask doors, which will let us open up mask doors. And you see that door is still closed, even though we went in it earlier, since we went through the invisible door.
Shoutouts to Sky Goat.
So we're just going to have a quick chat with him, and we're done. And then just another death warp right here. Okay, now we're on our way to the Steel Sing Catalyst. And basically what this does is it lets you walk in poisonous water or lava. So that's important since the last section is going to have lava in it, and we need to walk in it.
Also, that door acts as a save point. It's the only door in the game that does that. No one knows why.
So even though we hit a bell before that, the door is actually acting as a save point, which actually helps us a lot in the run. So we're just trying to miss all the bells here, trying not to die, so we can blow off the death warp. We did a triple jump glitch there. That's just a bit faster. If you slide off the platform, then go right back to the side of it and jump, you can do a triple jump glitch and get insane height.
That ability lets him swim in poisonous water with lava, and he did a death abuse off the crawfish.
Yeah. This would be a good time for a donation really quick.
We have $50.52 from Chuck Bacon 125. I love seeing new games featured at GDQs. This is what I look forward to every event. We have $10 from Anonymous. I was never so amazed before Gu's destroying of the Splasher game. Against all odds and empty seats. Nice run, money to Runner's Choice, and $5 extra if the announcer makes a French accent and says, "Merde, tu es génial."
Okay, so really important glitch coming up here. Basically what we're doing is the same amount of bounce trick, but on the upper of the bell. And then we need to jump right away after we hit that.
Yeah, he wants to do a trick called infinite jumps. So if you can hit it, he'll be jumping to the left out of bounds and back to the right, and every screen transition acts as a save. So he's able to chain double jumps and gain height.
So normally you need 6 hearts to beat this game, because that opens up a little door, but we're basically out of bounds right now completely. And we're just going to completely skip at that door, which is normally right here on the right. So, and this is really important right here. It's a hold nothing strat. You just fall down, hold nothing, and we got it. Awesome. So we pretty much skipped getting 6 hearts in the game, which is a big part of the game. And that trick was actually just discovered recently by me, and it saves a lot of time in this category. And right here, we just do a little death warp here. We get these blocks.
Shout out to the
And then
castle
just
blocks.
death warp back up. And then we're going to do a little jump here. This just saves a bit of time, because normally you have to death warp again, get those invisible platforms. And we got it first try.
You can actually get 2 text boxes there if you do the out of bounds glitch. It seems to be random, as far as Domey knows.
Okay, so we're coming up on the end area here. You'll see a little heart door right there. That is basically, you need to collect 6, I think it's like 6 or so hearts in here in this room. And that basically will activate the door and let you open it. Otherwise, it just stays closed.
This whole part is based off cycles, and they're really intense, like that cycle you just did there, going under the skulls, really precise.
Okay, we died there. That's okay.
Yeah, save bells are few and far between in this area, so dying can be costly.
Yeah, luckily that one wasn't too bad. Some can get worse if you're like right before bell and then die.
And the hearts stay activated if you die, so.
Okay. So this, we're gonna jump over this guy. Then we're gonna grab the spell really quick, and then grab that heart and death warp. That just saves a few seconds, but it's still fast, so we do it. Okay. So that's the final heart we need, and now we're just going down. And time's gonna be coming up pretty soon. Go through the heart door. Now we talk to this guy. Turn him back to the knight he is. And this is the final mask door. This is what we need the mask for mainly. Talk to this guy. Spam that. And time. Awesome. So that's Super Win the Game. That's any % current patch. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Just really quick for shoutouts, I want to give shoutouts to Angelo Framzo, the developer, Mario Batali for finding some tricks in the game, my boy Burnfire, and then obviously all the people on my couch. That's
Shout out to me.
Yoshi Pro 101 right there.
Follow me on Twitter.
That's Kitty Ashley, and that's WonderJ13. They're really all awesome, and Yoshi Pro actually did his first run not too long ago of the game.
I'm a beast.
So he's pretty awesome. So yeah, feel free to follow me on Twitch if you like this game. I also do some other games. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy the next run.
Gosh bless.
All right, GamerDomey, thank you for that great run of Super Win the Game. All right, and we're going to take just a quick moment to give a couple of shout-outs to our sponsors. Humble Monthly subscribers get over $100 worth of games for only $12 every month and get to keep the games just like a regular Humble Bundle. The Humble Trove is a new collection of Humble Originals and other DRM-free games, and it's only available to Humble Monthly subscribers. The Humble Store offers over 5,000 games, and Humble Monthly subscribers get a 10% discount on store purchases. The Humble community has given over $98 million to charity so far. Humble Bundles, Humble Store purchases, and Humble Monthly subscriptions all benefit charity. Humble monthly subscriptions and regular Humble bundles both make great gifts. Individual Steam keys from any bundle can also be gifted to a friend. And SGDQ2017 is also brought to you by Fangamer at www.fangamer.com. You can pick up official merchandise for Undertale, Hollow Knight, Hyper Light Drifter, and more. 2 Earthbound books that will absolutely not help your speedrun time, clothes, figurines, pins, plushes, and books. All profits from sales of GDQ merchandise goes to Doctors Without Borders. And while we're getting set up for Shadow Complex Remastered, I want to read a few more donations. We have $100 from Anonymous that just says, "It's for charity after all." We have $10 from JPoint24. It just says, "Ready, go." We have $25 from Potato Grunt. It says, "Shout out to all of the staff that makes this possible." We have $10 from Neon Zeos. "Mesmerizing run of Splasher. Had to donate." $10 from Maximum McNugget. "Never heard of Splasher, but that was a heck of a speed run. Shout out to you of a sweet run. Also, this donation goes to the Kingdom Hearts 2 bonus. Let's get that goal rocking." And $50 from Blast Dragon. "Gu was amazing in his run. He has earned his own character." We have $10 from Lego Maple. "Hey there, just wanted to donate near the end of my workday as you guys keep me company for my first work week at my new job. It made it much less tiring. Money goes to save the animals. Screw the frames." We have $7 from Flagga. "Hello from Belgium. Missed a lot of games this year, but always a nice event. Thank you for all your amazing work." We have $25 from Not K that just says K. We have $10 from Ahoy Karpfen. "First time watchers, first time donator. Greetings from Germany." We have $25 from Amaro Shiro that also says "Greetings from Germany." We have $100 from Sam I Am. "I always enjoy GDQ. Keep up the good work." And with that, we are ready to toss over to AJ Firecracker for Shadow Complex Remastered. No games plus, no major glitches, and the donation incentive was met. So immediately following that run, you will see that that glitched run.
Hi everyone, I'm AJ Firecracker. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Asti Howell.
Okay, I'm all ready to go. You want me to count it down? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Fire.
So AJ Firecracker will be playing the remastered edition of the 2009 Shadow Complex game.
So I've already done the first trick of the run, which is to spam shoot as the game loads in. And what that does is it fires a shot as the game's loading, alerts enemies more quickly, which is what triggers that helicopter. And then we do a quick kill on it. It takes 2 rockets to kill, so we do 1 into the background to splash damage it, and 1 onto the rocket, and since directly onto the helicopter. And since it takes longer to travel into the background, the timing works out.
Someone actually put floor.
One trick you're going to be seeing a lot if you watch closely is a double jump. Jason isn't supposed to have a double jump, but he just does. If you're fast when you leave the ground and you press another jump quickly, there's kind of a little window where you can still jump. And our theory is that it's supposed to be kind of a grace period for platforming, so that when you leave the ground off the edge of a platform, you still can jump. But we use it to gain more height, and since this game is kind of mapped out based on how high you can jump, It lets us kind of access areas we shouldn't and do stuff like that. You'll be seeing that very prominently in the any percent run. There, I just load my game to skip a cutscene. The gold gun that I got is a New Game Plus item. So it lets me have a very powerful gun early on. And that's just going to kind of make things smoother, let me kill bosses a little more quickly. The gun is actually not the most important part of New Game Plus. The most important part is going to be infinite ammo for sub-weapons. As you can see on the bottom right, I'm level 192. So when I pick up the intended version of a weapon, or when I pick up any sub-weapon and then load my game, it will give me infinite ammo. As to why we play on New Game Plus, the game really doesn't like doing fresh file runs. You have to mess with the file system and disable cloud saves and do a bunch of stuff. So the default for us is New Game Plus. Sometimes you get stuck on that edge a little bit. So coming up here, I've got the first boss. There's 3 kind of mech tarantula spider bosses. This is the first one, so we call him Spider 1. Sometimes he walks through you. That's pretty rare. He doesn't die until he's done with that shooting animation, so we switch to a high rate of fire weapon. The gold guns give you access to all of the guns on different keyboard commands that are just bound by default. So normally when you pick up an item, you get a slowdown effect. Since the cutscene for the spider boss death is still playing, we get to avoid that slowdown. So coming up is the first big sequence break, and it's something that's intentional. So there's this kind of path here after you kill that spider boss that will open up, and it takes you into the factory part of the game, which is really far into the game. This is kind of the one big dev shortcut there. If you fall down and land on those like hot rods, I think they're supposed to be radioactive, you die very quickly. So I'm playing on casual difficulty. It has the downside of opening up a map whenever I run by a map station or whenever I accomplish plot objectives, but it lets me ignore or have a lot more safety with certain environmental obstacles. The no major glitches run doesn't get the foam item at all because foam is super glitchy, and there's a bunch of stuff we can do with it. So I need this guy to open the door for me, and sometimes he doesn't want to cooperate. I get frozen in place if he hits me while I'm on the ground. So we jump both to get him to aim at the door and to prevent him from freezing us in place. There we go, finally. So that guy does not always cooperate. So there's 3 foam barriers that we're gonna need to get through without having foam. That's the first one. So I do a double jump there just to clean that gap cleanly, clear that gap cleanly. All right, so this is the biggest glitch that you'll see in the no major glitches run. We call that a Z slide. It was found by Greenalink. And basically, whenever you slide, Jason takes a movement in whatever direction he's facing. So if you can make him face the background with the manual aiming and then do a slide, he'll slide into the background a little bit, and it'll get you around small obstacles. Here, Jason's a righty, so whenever he looks to the left, he holds the gun a little bit in the background, and whenever he looks to the right, he holds it a little bit in the foreground. So you grab that ledge to make him kind of twist his body around where his body's facing left, and that puts the gun far enough into the background to shoot past that pillar. I'm going to do the same thing here by flicking from left to right. The gun, as you shoot it, it kind of moves a little bit more quickly than his body does, and you get the same twisting to shoot past that. This is the second foam barrier. We can't get through it, but there's a save room on the other side, and the hitbox, the trigger for it is big enough that we can just run up against it. Coming up here will be the third foam barrier. There's some rocks that we can destroy with grenades, but you're supposed to have foam to stick the grenade to the rocks, but we can do a setup that's just about pixel perfect.
But I'm getting around
Very
fast.
nice, first try.
Exactly what I was thinking.
So a little bit of backtracking here. We're going to have some travel to do. So we got maybe 20, 30 seconds if you want to throw in a couple donations.
Sure thing. We've got $100 from Pixeline242. Yo, Firecracker, didn't expect to see an expert dredge player at GDQ this year, but here we are. Congrats on making it this far, and good luck with the run. And $50 from Anonymous. Gotta show some love for my boy AJ. Shout out to the Shadow Complex community. Great group of guys.
All right, so this boss, crap. There we go, okay. I almost messed that up. So we destroy the platforms on either side to skip a phase of the boss fight. The first thing he does is destroy those platforms. So we destroy the platforms for him to skip a phase, and then we stand slightly on the left to force him to the right, because when he dies, he has a quicker animation from the right side. And then we just put in a lot of damage to get that quick kill. All right, so now we have like 2 minutes. So I've got a lot of travel, and then we'll have kind of a very chill section of the run where there's no enemies and we just have to run around hitting cutscenes. So this is probably the best time for donations in the whole run.
Sounds good. We have $10 from Semarquito. Greetings from Brazil. Since I didn't own an SNES and never played Symphony of the Night, Shadow Complex on Xbox 360 is the game that really got me into the Metroidvania subgenre. Better late than never. Shout out to the runner and to everyone that makes AGDQ and SGDQ come to reality. We have $15 from ArcsX. First time I didn't miss SGDQ. Finally I can donate. You guys are awesome. Kill the animals.
Let me sneak in here real quick. So I'm going to do another Z slide. This just skips a short scripted fight against a helicopter and lets me get into this side of the base more efficiently. And go ahead, High Def.
Okay. We have $10 from Kuma. I'm up this early for my job. Luckily, I have SGDQ to start my day. I'll probably finish my day with it too. Thanks for your work around the clock, SGDQ. We have $10 from Sharon Farber. It's so much fun watching this year's SGDQ. First time watching live and loving it. We have $20 from Ark the Overlord. Reminder to everyone, smiling is a wonderful way to brighten up your and someone else's day. Don't forget to also kill the animals. The frames are more important. We have $5 from Garbage Hime. Hi SGDQ, sneaking in a quick donation while the boss isn't looking. I've been watching every GDQ since 2014 and I love every minute of it. Shout out to the amazing staff and runners for supporting a great cause. Let's keep it up by supporting those cute animals, yeah?
Okay, so I've got a couple boss fights here that I'm basically gonna blast through. You can get through these pretty quickly without New Game Plus. The gun is pretty sweet, but missiles are also kind of nuts, so be blasting through these. And one thing I'll be trying to do is to jump as cutscenes trigger, which will give me a little more distance. All right, so we're about to get the third movement item, the third major movement item in this game, which is the friction dampener. It's similar to the speed booster in Metroid games. And so from here on out, the run will get pretty frenetic. If everything goes well, we're going to spend most of the next minute in this hyperspeed state. Jumping off of sloped ceilings like that saves a little time. You get quicker movement. Okay, that was perfect. Okay, that guy sometimes shoots a rocket at you. That's why I was shooting shotgun shots at him, but unfortunately, he still shot his rocket. So coming up here, I'm going to do a short charge. Crap. Okay. It's fine. So this game, certain actions will interrupt the build-up to hyperspeed, like stopping your run or turning around while running. But running off ledges and grabbing ledges doesn't. So you can use that to compress the space needed to get charge and avoid a puzzle there where you have to drop grenades to make a long enough path. So that cutscene there lowers a drawbridge to let us get into the last section of the base. Cool. So the plot of the game, I haven't talked about it all yet. Basically, there's some bad guys. They want to take over the world, and your girlfriend convinces you to go hiking in the woods. Always a mistake. And you run into the bad guys' headquarters and decide to fight them. That's the basic plot. And the bad guys keep accusing your girlfriend of being a spy, but she doesn't actually do anything in this game, and you rescue her. We skipped all that. This is a really slow elevator. All right, there we go. So this right here is actually the really critical area of the game from a speedrunning perspective. This cutscene right here is what triggers the final boss to exist. That's going to be important for the glitched run in a minute here. The final boss is actually in an area that's pretty easily accessible. The area I'm in now is pretty hard to access, so that's the real gate on like why you can't just finish the game right from the start. This jump is pretty precise, and I just screwed it up twice. There we go. So we're going to try and run all the way to the final boss in hyperspeed, or almost all the way there. Okay, good. That's pretty precise. It saves. Depending on how you fail that, it can be up to 15-second time loss. All right. So you can see it's been... We're just about at the final boss now. It's been almost a minute of hyperspeed running to get over there, so it's quite the trip. The final boss, the way it works is that there's 3 nukes, and you have to nuke this airship 3 times because 1 is not enough. So... time is going to come up when we start the cutscene for firing the 3rd nuke. And we're going to get a lot of cutscenes here. So after you fire a nuke, the airship shoots like missiles back at the tower that shot it, and that's a cutscene, and then they hit, and there's like a slowdown effect. So up here, all that movement, the bad movement I just did, doesn't matter because we just need to get this lined up before the shot, because we wait for this cutscene anyway because it skips another cutscene later on. Up here. Time. So coming up, time stop, that's correct, but coming up is the most important skip of the run. Basically what I'm going to do here, the screen will fade to black, and there's a small window where I can pause and skip the final cutscene, and that'll save us all like 3 minutes. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and dive into the incentive run.
Your final time was 17:03.
Okay, good. All right, are you guys ready on time for the incentive? Okay, give it a sec. So just while we're waiting, I'll explain quickly. Some of the glitches in the 360 version were patched out, so we have a whole different set of tricks we're going to use. I'm going to go ahead and count down. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, it didn't get the quick kill there, but it costs like half a second or a second or something. It's really not bad. So coming up, if I could get some give please in chat, I'm definitely going to need your energy here. There's a very precise jump we're doing. It's probably going to take a few tries. And basically, when you double jump, normally you get, for like a good clean input, you'll get about half your body height. We're doing one here that requires almost our whole body height, in addition to needing a bit of a slope from under. There we go, first try. Thank you for the energy. I'm going to assume I got some energy there from Twitch chat. That's pretty much the only way that works.
Yeah, you did get a lot of give please energy from Twitch chat. That is for certain.
So that right there is a hard double jump, but it's not nearly as hard as the other one. Coming up, this is like the worst jump in the game right there. It's super easy, and I mess it up all the time. Shoutouts to Funyuns Are Tasty. He's the world record holder in this category, and he also messes it up all the time. All right, we got a little travel time here. We can sneak in a donation or two.
All right, we have $30 from Dylan182. Shadow Complex is one of my favorite 360 games, and I'm excited to watch AJ beat the remaster hours faster than I can. My money goes to my favorite GDQ event, the Super Metroid Race. Kill the animals, save the frames.
Okay, so I've got foam, and I don't have a gun. It turns out this game doesn't handle that very well, so we're going to use that to break the game. Basically, normally your weapons shoot along the barrel of your gun. Your sub-weapons, when you don't have a gun, will shoot for foam into the background, for grenades and missiles into the plane of play. So what we're going to do here is we're going to shoot very precise foam shots into the background. And by walking into the foam, it's kind of a round object. And so by staying in front of it and walking into it, it'll keep pushing me further into the foreground here. Okay. Little hop there. What that's going to do is that's going to load one version of this final area, this late game area. And then when I jump in, it should load another one. So now I shouldn't be taking damage. And I am. Okay, that's bad. So what I did right there is what we do in the world record run, and it's a super risky warp. It probably works like 10% of the time for me. So, so the run didn't die. I have a bunch of safety saves and stuff, and I purposefully save right next to the foam walk because it's much safer. But sometimes you get the hard warp. So, wow.
Gunship?
Okay, so now we're back at the final boss. It's a little harder to navigate around because we don't have a jetpack or hyperspeed or any of that stuff. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using foam to kind of build some platforms here. And then the tower, fortunately, we only have to climb once. Wow, especially because I'm failing at it. Okay, there we go. So we only have to climb in that tower once. The way the timing of these works out, without jetpack or hyperspeed or anything, it's most efficient to shoot this turret after activating it. So we're going to hang out here. I put some foam there to displace the character left and save, I don't know, like a frame or something. There's a keyboard and mouse specific glitch called turret cancels, where you cancel the turret usage and fire at the same frame, and it lets you move in the cutscene. But they're not marathon safe, unfortunately. There's a like maybe 50-50 chance that they lock the camera to the turret, and then you have to complete the game blind, which I'm not prepared to do. So no turret cancels today. So similarly to before, where we didn't get that last cutscene of the airship retaliating, here by doing the middle turret in the middle of the sequence, we'll also skip that animation, the cutscene of him firing back at us, unless I mess up the movement here. All right, time's coming up in now. Time. So coming up is one of my favorite parts of the Any % run. We're done. We don't have control of the character, but now we get the final cutscene. Usually you're supposed to be super powerful. You've gone all through the base. You've gotten all sorts of stuff, and so you have some sort of like super high-tech futuristic gun to threaten the enemy with. We didn't get any gun, so let's see what Jason comes up with to threaten the enemy.
Who the hell are you? Jason Fleming. I'm no one. And everyone.
The Restoration will hunt you down and kill you. Your loved ones. Those you hold most dear. Everyone you've ever known.
I like that he's confused about whether or not his flashlight shot him.
Couldn't let you kill a man in cold blood, Jason. Wouldn't have been fair to you.
You knew about this all along, didn't you? You're a spy.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I ran local background checks to see who I could bring with me to serve as cover.
All right, we got about a minute
You
of
were
cutscene left here.
Why wouldn't you just bring another agent? That's crazy.
Because the Restoration has moles everywhere.
That's why they wear the
Anonymity
masks.
was the only way.
So everything you told me when we met, it's just a lie.
Not everything. You really do have nice eyes. All right, it's time to go. We have a lot of questions for you.
Who are you?
Remember when I asked you what NSA looks like? Well, now you know. Maybe.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for having me. Please donate to Doctors Without Borders. Every donation helps. That's going to do it for me. Thanks a lot, everybody.
All right, thank you, AJ Firecracker. As we get set up for the next game, I'm going to read a few more donations. We've got one here for $30 from Gyu. Hey guys, Gyu here. Thanks to everybody for the heartwarming support from everyone during and after my run. I did put a lot of pressure on my shoulders during the whole week, and seeing this amazing feedback got me extremely emotional. Now, as I said, I died 10 times during my splasher run, so a promise is a promise. Here's $30. We have $50 from VRAX. Longtime watcher, first-time donator, great to get to be able to watch this every year while raising money for a good cause. Also, kill the animals. We have a $20 anonymous donation. Just want to say you guys are awesome. $30 from Brett D. He says, thanks for all the great runs this week. We have $30 from 049. I'm looking forward to every GDQ event. You guys do an amazing job. We have $50 from H2SO4. Life has been good to me lately, so giving some back in return. We have $30 from Master Rat. Here is to a great cause and a great event.